I found evidence that this business card approves spending limits up to $2 million. It's the Ramp Charge Card, and there's no hard credit pull to apply, so your personal credit is never impacted. And there's no personal guarantee, or PG, which means you're not personally on the hook for the money you charge to the card. They strictly use your business performance to approve your application. And in a second, you'll see how Ramp spilled secrets on how they determine your credit limit, how they cut the process of settling business expenses in half and save companies 5% throughout their entire business, and why a company with over 70 employees said nothing comes close to Ramp. And just remember, I'll leave links to this card below. Now, Ramp does a good job of explaining in detail of what they look for and what they look at to set your credit limit. There's really 7 major factors that Ramp uses to determine your credit limit from most to least important. The number one thing they do is check your bank balance. So the first thing they look at is how much cash you've got in your business bank accounts. It's a big deal because that cash balance really sets the stage for your credit limit. Number 2 is your field of business. They consider what industry you're in. It's interesting because every industry has its own financial risks, and that influences the credit limit you might get. Number 3, it's credit report time. They also check your business's credit history with the credit bureaus. It's kind of like a financial background check to see how well you handled your debt in the past. It's just on the business side though. Then number 4 is how healthy you are with your finances. They take a good look at your company's financial health. This includes your liquid assets and any debts or liabilities. It helps them get a sense of your financial stability. Number 5 is your spending habits. Your business's spending patterns are also under the microscope. If you spend a lot on software, ads, travel, or entertainment, that tells them a lot about your financial needs and habits. Number 6, your yearly income and monthly bills. They're interested in your annual revenue and your regular monthly expenses. This info helps them understand your business's financial flow and what kind of credit you can handle. And then number 7 is they connect the dots using the technology that they have. If you already have your business bank accounts and your accounting software linked up with tech platforms, that's a big plus. It gives them extra insight into your business finances. They use all of this tech and information and data points to get a full picture of your business's finances. Next, increasing your credit is so important when your business expenses are rising, and there's a few things you should know about increasing your credit limit with Ramp. It's really kind of like a financial seesaw. If your assets are growing and you connect more data sources that show your business in a good light, there's a good chance your credit limit might go up. But just a heads up, if things don't look so rosy on your end, your limit might take a dip too. They really keep an eye on your finances daily, so it's always up to date. Now, if you're thinking, hey, I need a higher limit, it's pretty easy to get that ball rolling too. Just log into your Ramp account and hit the help button. Once you're there, shoot a message to them. Another way to go about it is to get in touch with your account manager or customer success manager. They've been proven to be pretty helpful and can put in a request with their risk team to reevaluate your business for a credit limit increase. Now, the Ramp card has a couple of features that no other EIN only card offers, including an insanely good service that saves most companies 5% across their entire business. Now, here's the short list. There's no annual fee. You earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on all purchases within the US. There's no APR because this is a charge card and they require you to pay that full balance every billing cycle. There's no foreign transaction fees. And with their expense platform, you get other benefits like including automatic receipt matching, expense categorization, spending controls, and automatic approval flows, which save an average of 5% by spending less time and money across the entire business. And the biggest feature that so many people overlook is Ramp's powerful expense management software. When it comes to reconciling all those transactions that your employees make, Ramp cuts it from a 7-step manual process into a 5-step, mostly automatic process. Here's what the old manual reconciliation process looks like. First, you have to collect receipts. Employees gather all the physical or digital receipts related to their expenses. Then they have to review credit card or bank statements. Those same employees must access their credit card or bank statements to find the relevant transactions. Then they have to match receipts to transactions, manually matching every single receipt corresponding to each line item on the statement. This involves checking amounts, dates, and vendors. After that, they would have to resolve discrepancies. If there's any discrepancies like missing receipts, mismatched amounts, the employee may need to provide additional information or correct the report. Then it would go into final review and approval. The finance department reviews the reports, ensures policy compliance, and then approves them for reimbursement. Now compare that with the automated process and you'll see how much time you're wasting doing it the old-fashioned way. With the automated process, you would just snap and upload the receipts, The employees quickly take a photo of the receipt or forward their digital receipts. Some systems might even capture e-receipts directly from the emails. Then with Ramp, they use AI to match the receipts to the transactions. The automated system that they use will automatically match those receipts to the correct transactions, and it checks amounts, dates, vendors, and categories. Then after that, it goes into review and confirm the matches. All your employees would do is briefly review the matched transactions and receipts in the app to confirm correctness. This really requires just a quick glance if everything is matched up correctly. After that, the Ramp software automatically generates a report. It compiles these transactions into an expense report, and you can even use your company policy to preset categories and approvals. Then all you need to do is submit for approval. The system submits the report to the appropriate manager or department for approval, often with alerts and reminders. Now, basically, Ramp's automated system is a game changer when it comes to handling expenses. It used to be a big headache to match every single receipt to its transaction, and now with the automated system, it takes that pain away. They just do all the matching for you, and you don't have to spend hours on it. This means generating expense reports becomes super quick. We're talking about minutes instead of hours. And since machines are less error prone than us humans, there's way less time spent fixing mistakes. As for the employees, all they need to do is use their company cards for purchases, snap a photo of the receipt or send a digital one, and then just check to make sure that the AI did its thing right. This really should be a breeze compared to the old days of filling out long expense reports. And for the accountants or finance teams, they still keep an eye on things, making sure everything's legit and above board. But now they really get to focus more on the big picture financial stuff and not just on the everyday expenses. Now, one thing that surprised me about Ramp is that you don't need to be a US citizen to get approved. And here's everything you need to qualify. For registration, your business should be registered in the United States. For business type, it needs to be a corporation, a limited liability company or LLC for short, or a limited partnership. Nonprofits are also welcome. However, individuals like sole proprietors and other types of unregistered businesses are not eligible. As for your EIN number, all applicants must provide an EIN as part of their application process for legal compliance. If you're a business owner or officer without a social security number, you can still apply. You'll just need to provide the last 4 digits of your passport and some documentation to prove your address. Now, acceptable documents for proof of address include utility bills, bank statements, pay stubs, lease agreements with a signature page, mortgage statements, or insurance statements. If you don't have a US address, then just use your business's address. And listen, I know qualifying for a card like this can be really hard, especially when you don't have the minimum $75,000 sitting in your business bank account. That's why I created a master list of over 130 business credit cards that come with 0% interest for up to 12 to 18 months. With these cards, you don't need proof of income because they just use your stated income to qualify you. This list even shows which banks pull from which credit bureau, which banks anyone can join nationwide or locally in your state, and which banks let you apply for multiple credit products with just a single hard credit pull. So definitely hit the link below to download the entire master list and get access to 0% interest funding today. And the application process with Ramp is pretty straightforward and requires less info than most other normal business cards ask for. First, they just want you to head over to the Ramp sign up page. You'll need to use your business email to start the process. And just a heads up, they won't take personal emails. So if you don't have a business email yet, you might want to get a business domain name and set that up first. Next, the application will ask you for some info about your business. It's stuff like your business address, the legal name of your company, and any DBA names you use. And when your company was formed, you know, the official stuff like your EIN and when you got started. They'll also want to know about your average monthly spend on your business cards. And you'll need to provide some personal details for a corporate officer or business owner, like their contact info and the last 4 digits of your social security number. Then they're going to ask you to link your business bank account to your application. To do that, you'll just have to enter your business login info and then you're set. Ramp does a check to make sure you're really who you say you are, and they might ask you to upload some documents, maybe a selfie for extra verification. And just to help you out, if you don't already have your EIN number, you can find that number on your tax documents like any loan applications or old tax returns. And when it comes to monthly business card spending, just add up all of what you spent recently on all your business credit cards. But just leave out any bill payments made through ACH, checks, or wire. And if your spending changes a lot, just give an average from the last 3 to 6 months. So Ramp serves over 25,000 different businesses, but I found 5 business owners who moved dozens of employees over to Ramp, and one owner even said that Ramp was a game changer after switching from Chase to Ramp. They said Ramp reports to business credit bureaus, no personal reporting, no hard pulls or personal credit, just hard pulls on business credit. Ramp works like a charge card, 30 days direct debit from linked business account. My starting limit was $33,800. Now, from what I found, most nationwide business credit cards will hard pull your personal credit and require a personal guarantee to get approved. Some even report your card uses to the personal credit bureaus. So I'm happy to confirm that this is not the case with Ramp. Now, the next person said, we moved from Chase to Ramp, literal game changer, and I couldn't go back. Not just their physical cards, but their virtual cards allow creative control and segmentation that has made deploying spend easier than it would have been had we stayed with physical traditional card providers. Another owner said, lots of businesses typically keep a few Amex cards on hand for their execs for lounge access, which I'd recommend, but all other expenses should go on Ramp cards for straightforward 1.5% cash back, plus all the automation control and visibility from the platform. Amex is a great platform for a status symbol, but falls short at times when it compares to Ramp's automatic receipt capture, ease of use and controls on the cards, plus all the integrations of the platforms like ERP, email, Slack, etc. And you know what? They're right, because when you really think about it, Ramp turns a time-consuming 7-step process into a much faster 3-step process for transaction reconciliation. And the fact that you can control spending on a project level to an employee level to even a purchase category level means you'll never have a problem with employees wasting money or going over budget. Plus, Ramp even has fraud protection to stop accidental charges like weekend spend, excessive tipping, alcohol purchases, and reusing the same receipt. So check this out. Another owner said, switch to Ramp with 70 employees and we have 0 issues with people completing expense reports. Everything is automated. It requires minimal user input and AI reconciles receipts to proper transactions. It has excellent workflow features and alerts. Nothing comes close to Ramp. We tried Amex, Diners Club, Spend Desk, and Navan. Nothing compares to Ramp. Now, I can only imagine how much time and money they're saving by using Ramp's automation to reconcile every transaction and shifting all that work away from their accounting department. And another owner said, we were able to set up Ramp pretty quickly within 2 weeks. We're a much smaller company, only 30 full-time employees. We had an initial call with a specialist who helped us get everything set up, like our expense policy, bill pay, accounting, reimbursements, and approvals. We used a tool to invite all our employees who had cards and gave them training materials to set up their Ramp accounts. We also stopped them from using their old cards. Once transactions started coming in, we had another call with the specialist to set up automated code rules, get transactions sent over to our NetSuite account, and answer our questions. Overall, the Ramp team was helpful and responsive, and their transition was pretty easy. I wish more of our team got metal cards as part of the process. We were only able to get a few for our executives. The rest of the team got plastic cards. And I think it's cool that Ramp can hand you a personal account specialist to get your business fully up and running, especially when you have 30 to 70 employees to worry about. You know, there's another card that gives you limits up to $250,000 even with bad personal credit, and there's no credit check and no personal guarantee. Plus, they let you turn your entire limit into cash that you can deposit directly into your business bank account instantly. Now, you want to check that card out in the next video, and thank you for watching.